Welcome back, everybody. Here is Game 2 between Sadlysius and Finchinator trying to play into the CALLOUS Invitational 3 tournament. It is the round of 8, and yeah, it is Game 2, like I said. Sadlysius was on the bad end of some crits and things, and Finchinator took Game 1. He'll need to win this one or a potential third game in order to punch his ticket to the next round. Sadlysius is going to need to rattle off 2 in a row, so let's see if he can do that. The players in the same position as before, that is Sadlysius on the bottom and Finchinator on the top. It's going to be a Meta and a Skarm lead, which becomes a Zapdos on Bliss matchup, and Baton Pass makes it Metagross on Bliss. Metagross of note, not gaining lefties here. Meteor Mash 32% to Skarm. Magneton switches in. Spike's Flare number 2 for Finch, but that's going to be the end of his Skarmory via the Thunderbolt. So Pokemon advantage for Sadlysius, but Spike's advantage for Finchinator. He's going to find a critical hit on Hidden Power. It is Hidden Power Fire. Down that goes. And we've got ourselves a 5-5 situation. Leech Seed missing here. Toxic connecting through Para. However, Celebi going to Swords Dance up here. Finch is just going Thunderbolt. I don't know why he's not switching here. Baton Pass finds Marowak. And Magneton's staying in. I don't understand that. You would think that Finch would want to switch out here. He's still staying in. I really don't get that, but he's going to let Magneton take a beating, so we find ourselves now in a 5-4. Marowak here is going to take a pretty big hit from Double Edge on Aerodactyl, but Rock Slide will connect and kill. So we've got ourselves in a brief 5-4, now a 4-3. Or sorry, it was a 5-3 before. It is now a 4-3. And now we have Aerodactyl, which is using an unusual set here. He's got Substitute. You can see the damage difference between a Choice Band Arrow and this one. 20% is all he can do to Swampert with Earthquake. Now 19% with Hidden Power. That is quite weak. Zapdos staring it down now after being roared out. Agility. I don't know what he passes that to now. Aerodactyl doesn't need it. Celebi is a setup poke, not a threat. So, yeah, I guess Metagross is the only thing that really cares about that agility now. Celebi is going to be on the bad end of an Ice Beam on the way, and it's going to be at just 12% here. He's going to be stuck recovering. We'll see if Finch pushes the issue. He does not. He does not fish for freezes or crits or what have you with Ice Beam. He instead opts for Toxic, which connects. That's going to let Celebi recover here. It's going to be on the bad end of a 34% Ice Beam, leaving Celebi at 66, getting knocked down further to 54 after Toxic. And here is the BP. Metagross in, stepping on Spikes in the meantime, takes Ice Beam well, only 14%. I don't know that he's actually Choice Banded because it just doesn't make sense with the setup here. It might be some kind of berry, it might be a Gillagross or something like that. Meteor Mash and Surf. Metagross going to need a crit here in order to kill, and he does not find it, so he's going to be short. Metagross goes down, but Swampert very low here. Aerodactyl now looking to clean up. Earthquake will be good enough in this situation when it's only 13% left. Substitute. A second missed Rock Slide in this matchup for Finchinator. That has got to be frustrating. That first one was annoying, but may or may not have mattered. This one, it looks like almost certainly matters, because now I think the tower dies to Earthquake. It does. And now it's only Blissey against 3 pokes from Sadlysius. There is Substitute. Aerodactyl, some people might not know this because this is such an uncommon set, but Aerodactyl actually does get the pressure ability. So these Ice Beams are actually costing 2 PP a pop. This is absolutely the right play from Sadlysius to be wasting as much Ice Beam PP off Blissey as possible. But it doesn't look like that's going to matter, because after his Lychee Berry kicks in, he's going to find the flinch he was looking for, and that's going to be good enough for Aerodactyl to beat the Blissey up on its own. And that is going to be a reverse of what we saw in the previous game. Finch with the 2-0 victory in Game 1. Sadlysius is going to get the 2-0 victory in Game 2. And that is going to force us to a decisive Game 3, which, of course, is coming up next. So leave me a thumbs up on this video, and I will see you guys there.